The End Jew Hatred movement is staging a protest outside of the New York Times headquarters in Midtown Manhattan tonight at 5 o'clock. We are expecting hundreds to show up. We have a lot of energy behind this protest because the Jewish community is hurt and outraged over what the New York Times has decided to promote. And what they've decided to promote is really pro-Hamas propaganda. About 3 days ago, Nicholas Kristof released a piece about systematic Israeli abuse, sexual abuse. Now, this was just ahead of the October 7th rape report, which was released really just a mere hours later. And it's very clear that this piece released by the New York Times was to get ahead and really take away from the atrocities that were revealed in that October 7th report. That October 7th report revealed that women faced unimaginable sexual abuse. I mean, grenades were used. There were nail fragments and plastic fragments found in these women's bodies. You know, post-mortem rape occurred, gang rape occurred, even with men it was happening. I mean, just truly unimaginable, horrific abuse at the hands of these Hamas terrorists. And you have the New York Times promoting these just slanderous lies against Israel and the IDF to take away from the victims of October 7th. We've seen this October 7th denialism from the New York Times before, and we are asking them tonight to retract, and we are demanding better, honest journalism.
Well, the question is, how could something that seems to be so untrue be published in the New York Times? Where do you think this is coming from?
Well, I really don't think it's any surprise that this is happening because we know that trust of the mainstream media is at an all-time low. I mean, the American people at large really do view the mainstream media as an enemy of the people. You see how throughout President Trump's campaigns and presidencies, how the New York Times has gone out of their way to slander him and his supporters. I mean, this is a clearly biased media arm, and now that we're seeing these progressive causes really converge with this radical Islamic ideology, with all these Hamas mobs popping up all over the country, it's no wonder that the New York Times is now choosing to promote that very same ideology in their articles.
Yeah. So to clarify, when I said untrue, these are claims that are being now litigated in the sense that the state of Israel is saying in court soon that this might be an issue worth suing. So how do we know what's true and what's not true when we're getting bombarded with so many conflicting messages?
Well, I have to give a hat tip over to Jackie Alexander at Honest Reporting. They did a really detailed breakdown of this article that I encourage everybody to go check out. And they revealed how the testimony given in this article, the witnesses per se, have very inconsistent stories. They have links to Hamas. They are revealed to be Hamas sycophants. There are several social media posts of the people interviewed within this article cheering on Hamas terrorists and cheering on October 7th in particular. And the NGO monitor that's cited in this article, Euromed, actually has leadership links to Hamas itself. So that particular claim about Israeli dog rape comes from that NGO monitor, which has links to the terrorist organization.
Okay, so how about this for folks who are just at home and they're seeing articles and news headlines? You turn on this side of the news, they're saying this. You turn on this side of the news, they're saying that. How do you think my friend here at home should decipher what's true and what's not?
It's unfortunate that that's becoming increasingly hard to, tell these days. I think that the mainstream media, there's a reason why people don't trust them because time and time again we've seen false stories be put out with lack of retraction, with lack of accountability. And I think that's why you see such an uptick in people using alternative media sources. They're engaging more on social media. But I just really encourage everyone to do their own research. It's so easy now, especially with all the technology like AI we have, to really look into these things. And I encourage people to obviously look at situations from a variety of perspectives as well. But tonight, I think this is a very black and white situation that you're going to find a lot of people coming together and uniting around to demand that this retraction be made and calling out the New York Times as being fake news, essentially.